Hey ladies and gents, it's Zem back, and we are doing the new and improved KV-5. So the release of 1.2 and the buffs to the preferential matchmaking tanks has arrived, and yeah, so alright, so we're talking about the KV-5, one of the original, I think might be an original premium preferential matchmaking tank. Yeah, it was at one time, you know, old matchmaker, great, 357 matchmaker. They decided that they needed to buff some of these tanks, all of the tanks, because they were just fucking shit with the new matchmaker and seeing nothing but 9s. And seeing a lot of their own tier at 8. So they did some buffs to these tanks, and yeah. So we're going to go through these one at a time. We're going to start out with the KV-5, because it's the KV-5. The legendary KV-5, maybe. So what was this tank? Well, super heavy tank project. Started in June 1941 of a 100-ton tank mounting a 107mm cannon with two turrets with machine guns. They worked on it for a while, and then we had the Siege of Leningrad, which ran over the Kirov Tank Company, or tank, whatever you want to call it, and the project was canceled. After the siege, there was really no intention to starting the project back up because they were looking at more advanced tanks, and this tank was just, for be honest, was just mechanically too complicated and big to be much of a use for anything. So, history of the tank, there you go, never produced, never prototyped, nothing, just existed in apparently blueprints. So, back in the day, this thing used to be not too shabby. Before 357 matchmaking, you know, you could run around blowing up 6s and 7s, because that's what this thing saw most of the time. Occasionally a few 8s. Rarely, I don't think it ever saw 9s. Once in a while, once in a blue moon, it might see a 9. But for the most part, this thing was just a seal clubbing machine. Because you saw 6s and 7s, and you get to roll around and do that all the time. However, with the 357 matchmaking, yeah, not so hot. This had 160 some pen or whatever I think it was at. So yeah, it did well against those kind of tanks. However, with the increased matchmaking, I guess you want to call it, these tanks have all been buffed to a certain degree, and then we'll look at some of the KV-5's changes. Aim time, 0.6 seconds, 0.6 seconds reduced for aim time. Dispersion, 0.002, 14 kilometers, so it's a 3 kilometer increase in reverse speed, and the big one of the day, penetration for standard shell of 19 millimeters. Yeah, so 167 was the original pen. No. Yeah, 167. Okay, my math's all fucked up tonight. So, yeah, that was the big deal. And then we'll look at the armor scheme on this tank. That's a lot of oranges and reds. This fucking means nothing. I will tell you straight up, this means nothing, because everybody sees a KV-5 and fucking they hit 2. I played my usual 10 games in the KV-5, and it was nothing but spam, APCR heat, APCR heat, APCR heat, by just about every fucking person I run into. It didn't matter. So when you're looking at this front of this tank here, this means shit, unless you run into somebody that actually cares about it. They're you know, occasionally run into somebody that's not spamming that shit. But for the most part, they just run straight premium when they see you, and they pin you here, 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 here. No, not here, but, you know, yeah, maybe not here either. But for the most part, all this shit up here, you know, this has been buffed. These got buffed a little bit. The top of the turret got buffed. So did this a little bit. Everything got buffed. Armor got buffed. It's still side-scraping a beast. However, it doesn't really matter what they buff these numbers to. These are only effective against the tier 6s that are not spamming fucking premium rounds, and effective against some tier 7s, tier 6s and 7s that are not spamming premium rounds. Otherwise, nobody really gives a shit about the frontal armor at all. That's just my honest opinion. And I'm going to show you 3 games. 2 of them were pretty decent, and the third one, I'll just show you just exactly how much shit people throws at this tank. So if you're thinking about buying this thing, ever goes on sale, don't fucking bother. Until they fix Matchmaker, these fucking tanks are absolutely useless for anything. So with that said, let's go through the deal. 300 average damage per shot, 186 average penetration. Once again, not bad. Will work against 8s and down. However, you still see too many fucking tier 9s with this tank. Over half my games were still, you know, tier 9s. So this thing does fucking dick all. E75s, STIs, 257s, RU252s. Just yeah, they don't give a fuck. This thing does not have the accuracy enough to hit weak spots at anything closer than, you know, in front of your nose. Other than that, just blah. 8.3 rate of fire, 7.23. This is once again just on 100% crew. I got IS6 crew, IS7 crew, KV-4 crew, T10 crew, a little bit of everything here. Started out with some old tank crew that I had in my barracks, we just threw on there. And once again, I always do these reviews just at 100% crew, and see what we get. 22.67 for the turret traverse, negative 7 degrees of gun depression. Still not that great, considering how long this tank is. You fucking have to drive literally on top of the hill before you can get that thing down. It just doesn't work that well. 2.16 aim time, 0.38 dispersion, and about 2,500 average damage per minute, which isn't too fucking shabby. Actually, I can't really complain about the gun all that much. It doesn't do too bad, other than the pen. And once again, against other tier 8s, you're fine. Of course, 7s and 6s, you're fine. The problem is this tank runs into some of the newer tier 8s, like the VK100. Most of the new premium tanks just fucking simply outclass this tank, and there's not a whole fucking lot you can do with it without having to continuously dab the 2 key, which still doesn't do you a whole lot of good because the premium round is only 219, which is still less than most of the fucking regular tier 8 premium tanks regular AP rounds. Nothing fancy, nothing great. Just stick to shooting small shit and be that seal clubber. 1,780 hit points because you fucking need it. 180 for the hull. This is all, yeah, you just saw that deal, like I said. This weak point. Nothing can pen you here for much. Once again, nothing here, but you got these 4 fucking knobs right here that just each. I'm sorry I'm using fuck a lot because what a shitty night of tanking. I haven't seen that much APCRs or fucking premium rounds in a long time. This tank used to be able to drive backwards because the ass end was stronger than the front end. However, they've nerfed that. There's only one bar right here, this little square right here, that you can actually pen. This is cheese and this is cheese now. This is probably so they can, tier 6s can pen you. 180 millimeters on the back of the turret. Yeah, what are you going to do? 100 tons, 105 fully loaded, 1,200 for the engine horsepower, 11.88 for specific power, 40 top speed, 19.2. You will only hit 40 if there is a fucking wind, somebody is pushing you, or you fall off a cliff. Yeah. Concealment, they'll fucking see you from space. This is almost the size of the Great Wall of China. 367 for the view range. Once again, crew thing. Running vert stabs, improved ventilation, and of course, large caliber rammer. So, that's the review of this tank. So let's bring up the gameplay for you guys, and you can watch me get shot at over and over and over again. Alright guys, back with the gameplay. And I'm teamed up with the Rock, Sergeant Rock. He's playing the KV-5 because he's a sadist as well as I am. And we like to fuck around and get shot repeatedly over and over again. The biggest, I'm having trouble even speaking tonight because I'm so pissed about this 10 games that I played, or 11 games, whatever it was. is the massive amount of HP on these tanks. That's about the only thing that fucking saves it. If this had a regular 1500 HP that you have in most tier 8 heavies, yeah, you would just fucking drive it off a cliff every time you got a chance. So we're off. Do we go here? We got the 2 KV-5s. We got a PTA, a 46 Pat, and a 263. Both all three tier 9s. So that's not too shabby for us. So T92, Death Seeker 117. He's already spotted these guys up. And we got the shitty side because we're going up the hill here, which means everything over there can shoot us. This should be fun. However, we got the 7-1, 46 Patton. They're KV-5. Oh, both 46 Pattons. Love that shit. Here we go. Which is kind of interesting. Typically, you think they would have been over there. I was kind of expecting the tier 9, tier something heavy here. So we're going to pull up here and we're going to look. I'm waiting for that Patton to come out here. I get the spotting from the Patton. Yay! Yeah. So our Patton moved up to just ahead of me. And, yeah, I'm just waiting for this Patton to poke out here. I'd really like him to poke so I can shoot him a few more times. Or at least once. Just once. That's all I want to do. So, since these guys are, like I said, trying to do this without getting shot from the side, we're going to pull up in here. The Patton's going to end up getting smoked. Yeah, he's getting fucking wrecked. Batchat 12T picks him up from the other side of the map because we have no lights. Our 263 goes fucking nuts. And then we got KV-5 here. I'm trying to keep this guy alive here, so I'm going to help him out. Make the Patton back up here. Yeah, the 263 eventually gets backed out of there, thank goodness. And that's about the time a rock gets pushed by 2 tier 9s and an IS-6. Lovely. And somebody's, yep, it comes Artie. So the Falk, yeah, Falk, whatever. He's starting to put some shells in there. He bounces the KV-5 here. I nailed the IS-6 in the track. So I'm trying to get in front of Rock here, try to give him a chance here. And we're going to, you know what, fuck it. We're just going to keep you right there, buddy. So we got the IS-6 tracked back up here. There we go. Put another one into his idler. Keep him right where he belongs. Now he's dead. So we've kind of cleared this up pretty quick here. We got one more KV-5. He's coming around the backside. However, like I said, we got two of those guys. And here comes the Foch back again. Most likely he's probably been reloaded. And of course there's the Centurion 7-1. So there's 2 tier 9s there. And Rock is almost dead. This is not going to be well. Turn around. I'm loading the premium round because fuck the Foch. I don't know if I could pin him even if I wanted to. Get him in the track, and this is what I'm going to do here. All I'm going to do here is try to keep him tracked while we finish this. I was hoping with the APCR round that I would be able to pin that, but I'm not be able to. So Rock backs up. He nails the lower plate on him. Ooh. Aiming for the track on the Foch. Could not quite get it here. He's still fucking with me, so fuck it. I'll shoot the other track. Yeah. He's almost dead. Come on, one more time. He's probably pissed because he's like, God damn it. Lay him one more time in the track here. Picked up the assisted damage here. And then switch back to regular rounds for the Centurion 7-1. I wish I would have pinned that. Well, I did get the assisted out of it. Wasn't too bad here. So, everybody's going nuts. 263 comes around the corner. Oh, picks up the Centurion. Puts a nice shell in below him. 290. Oh, yeah. Fuck off. 40-43. The sheer amount of Artie spam for me tonight was ridiculous. So we're on the roll here. Rock's at 14%. Yep. Typical KV-5 game. Either you're all health or you're no health. So on the roll. I'm a heavy tank. We're on the roll. Oh, pick up the Ferdinand. What's he up to? Oh, APCR 248 pen tank. Yeah. So Subcob. He's on the roll here. I'm not going to stop and see if he can shoot me again here. Looking for his... Oh, got a little bit too much shit in the way here. Oh, I think the hay bale ate it. Run them over. It shouldn't be there anyway. So, he's running. I'm not sure. I think he's looking at the 263. 263's like, nah, fuck that. Puts a nice shell in the side of the Ferdinand. Around the corner we go. Let's see if we can put another one into him. Oh, picks up a 302. And, of course, the Bulldog is firing at me from somewhere over there. He fires again, hits me in the track. Oh, doggy. Finished off the Ferdinand. And, finally, Well, he's flipped to the heat here. So you know what? Fuck that guy. Okay, I love it when RNG comes together like that. So, minute 10 left, minute 9 left. They got 2 on the cap. We got tons of tanks rolling here. I'm not sure what's going on here. Climb up out of the river here, see what we can do. You know, I had some, you know, of the 10 games, I had 5, 6 of them over 2K. It wasn't like this tank couldn't produce. It just, you know, you don't have enough HP to deal with a lot with the constant penetrations, because I don't know, people have a fucking profound hatred for this tank or something. So, still 2 on the cap here, waiting for somebody to get over into the cap to at least stop it. We have 30 seconds here. The E5 is trying his damnedest. Leopard PTA, I'm not sure. He doesn't even give a fuck. Yeah, he's off the other way. 1 minute left. Thankfully, artillery looks like probably reset it. Dropped a shell into it. And we're going to hurry up and get over here. So, E5 finally finishes him off here. Unfortunately, T92 comes down. No gun depression. There we go. Pick up the shell on him. Still roll low for 291. And what you gonna do, buddy? Rock finishes off the T92. And we're gonna climb up the hill here and see what we can do. Of course, the 5355 shoots the KV-5 and not the 263 because, you know. Alright. So pick up the, there we go. Come on. And nope. I tried, I really did. So, 2 more games for you guys. Yeah. Alright, back to the games. KV-5. I almost forgot what kind of tank I was playing. This was actually the very first game of this little 10-game run that I played. And, yeah, and just get the fabulous matchmaking, top tier. This is what this tank should see all the time. I'll be honest with you. Preferential matchmaking, that's what it's fucking for. And, yeah, so I just, yeah, I had it sitting in the garage, and I actually had a good crew on this one. This is the only game I played with I had a 2-skill crew on this thing, so I actually had 6 cents, which is always fucking nice. You really don't know how you miss it until you play without it. Take my first shot at the bush there to see if I could find anything sitting there. And we'll see here. Ooh, pick up the action. I should say the Chronovan AX. Let's see, put a shell into him for 298. This gun rolls fucking low all the time. So, he's backing up here. Put another shell into him. 281. Oof. Just outside. He disappears like a ninja. So, see if I can get one more shot into him. He's turning, giving me a side here. Nope, can't quite get a shot into him. And we're on the roll here. Now I get a little lazy with my approach here. I probably should have turned and stayed with the Oni here, but the Carnivon stays right there. Gets nailed for 256 from him from the side. He's spanned an APCR. Go figure. See here. Oh, he fires again. Block that one. Scorpion G nails me with an AP round from the side. And yeah, it's never good start off like that. So, wait till we vanish here. You know, and this tank, like I said, what it does is it's just a big bully. You know, especially at this tier. And that's what this thing's, you know, this thing's what this thing used to do. So, on the move here, Scorpion G is still fucking hiding out up there. He takes a pot shot me as I pull away. However, I have T150 and a number 6. And, yeah, they're straight ahead. And we're going to roll out here and take a pretty good first shot right here. Yeah, put one into him there. Carnivon pulls over. He bounces. Put another shell onto him here. Now I got the T150. He's poking too. And, yeah, he's dead. So we're just going to keep on pushing. Like I said, that's what this thing does. You are a bully at this tier. Pick him up, put a shell into him on the backside. T150 pushes into the... changes the APCR, which I don't really mind. I mean, he is a tier 6. I get that part of it here. Oh, there we go. Finishes finish off the Carnivon, and I have just the T-150 ahead of me. Let's pull around. There we go. Put a shell into him in his side. It's almost not fair with this tank, like I said. Preferential matchmaking. Now, the Scorpion G I know is up there, so we're just going to wait here a little bit here. I was kind of hoping the Oni would come around the corner and see what happens. Nope, he's decided to chicken out. Maybe because this other Oni was shooting at him. However, we have a large number of tanks alive here. E4 is finally pushing over here. Picks up the Scorpion G. And let's see if we can get moving here. Like I said, I'm a little bit leery here. I don't know what the Oni is up to. I only got 488 health. So it's always kind of nice to know. Pick up the... there's a Scorpion G. He's running. Oh, puts a nice shell into him. For 293. Have yet to roll over 300, I think. Oh, no. I rolled a 307. Lovely. Pick up the Scorpion G here. I don't think I'm going to back up into that. There he goes. Now he's backing up a little bit here. We can do a little side scraping. See if we can pick up the Scorpion G before he's dead. Nope. House in the way. The fucking houses. So, Oni straight ahead. Panther hasn't been spotted. T-43 hasn't been spotted. Dicker Max looks like he's about ready to get shit on. Yep, he did. T-43 hiding in the bush, waiting for shit to happen. So, Oni, Panther 2, I'm guessing... I'm not sorry, not Panther 2. Panther are hanging out over here. Come around the corner here. Oh, Oni's got, you know, insane. Yep, he's got the derp gun. We'll put a shell in there quick for 294. Pick up the Panther. And what's the Panther doing? He's backing up. He just fucking throws one up and pens me. Of course they do, right? Why aim? So, still have the Oni. Waiting for the OI to get around the corner here. And because the Oni is just sitting here waiting for me. He's looking. Oh, he puts a big blast in there for 378. Pull around the corner here. Hit the side of the turret. Oh, doggies. Bounce like a noob. Probably should have stopped and aimed that. So, on the move. Got the Panther left to kill. A44 moves in quick. Yeah. 286. Come around the corner. Denied. Pick up the easy kill. Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't too bad. One more game for you guys, just to kind of show you what kind of shit you will see with this tank if you ever fucking buy it. Alright, back with the last game. We're playing with Sergeant Rock here one more time, and we are, yeah, we're going to do a little bit of, I'm just going to be honest with you. Like I said, I played the 10 games, and actually I played 11 games, the more I think about it. 11 games with this tank, and like I said, I didn't do too bad. I had about 5 or 6 games that were right 2K or above, but I had, besides these other games, they were just absolute shit, right? I got into one that was just mostly, it was all tier 9s and tier 8s, and these tanks, they just don't do well. You know, they do alright against other tier 8s, tier 9s, they just struggle, especially tier 9 heavies, for the most part. Because they have the armor, they have the pen, they have the HP, yeah, they just don't care, versus a KV-5. So, we're going to push on through here. They already nailed the ISM right off the bat, and we got, like I said, rocks out there, we got the 50 TP here in Kerbal Space Program. I actually never played that game. Maybe I'll try it. So, we're on the move here. We got 50 TP, the Udes, a couple other things here. Centurion 7-1. It's got at least one tier 9 with us, and an E4. So, capture the flag. We're on the move. Mob breakers on that side to conquer the KV-4. All those tanks, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, the mob breaker, the KV-4, this tank struggles to penetrate those tanks. Unless you can get the lower plate, you know, or you're just going to switch straight up premium. You know, but once again, with this preferential matchmaking and these newer tanks, this thing just does not do well. So now I'm not even sure what you could do to make this tank, other than adding more pen to it or better gun accuracy. For the most part, it's just not cutting it. So, Carnivon's already firing at me. Moving up here, we got the Carnivon. Yeah, there we go. The Skoda the E4, and we're going to move on over here. I was going to try to stay up the top, maybe flank these guys. I had yet to see a... Oh, never mind. Artillery's like, yeah, fuck you. We're just going to spam the shit out of you. And that's about the time. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, there he goes. He shows up, puts a big 558 into me. The Waffentrager. And, yeah, that's not going to work. So, lost most of my health. He was one of the few ones that didn't actually spam APCR at me. Oh, finally E4. Yep, there we go. Switch straight up to APCR. Fucking bad. This is what you're going to see with this tank, right? If they're not firing APCR at you, the artillery is going to fucking hit you. I mean, I was in a game, one other game with this tank, and we spent most of the game getting shot at over and over and over again from artillery. Even though we were tier 8s and the artillery tier 9s, they just did not care. So, the AX, he's moving in there. We got all three of those guys on the bottom. Put 2 shells into him. Hopefully slow him down a little bit here. The E4 has moved up. Yeah, we picked up the 53-55. We get stunned by that guy again. He's not even shooting at the cap, which is amazing. So they finish him off, and we got down to 44 seconds on the. Yep, here we go. And they're pushing. Pick up the E4. Rock dies. T50 moves up. Let's see here. Ooh, he nails the E4 on the side. Puts another shell into him, and yep, bucked off. Yeah, like I said, I'll be honest. This is what you're going to see all the time, every time in this tank. They don't care. That for some reason, as soon as they see the freaking KV-5, it's usually straight premium. Like I said, lower tiers, I don't mind. I shouldn't say I don't mind. I can see why, right? But even some tanks in tier 8, I can see. But the number of the 9s that'll simply just push 2 to pen you, yeah, and that's what you're going to see a lot. So if you're not comfortable with that, if you're not comfortable with getting shot continuously by APCR and continuously hounded by artillery, yeah, because that's all you're going to see. Because artillery sees you as one big fat slow target, and they will fire at you continuously. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Sorry for the doom and gloom on this tank. Until they fix matchmaking, until they fucking straighten out this 357, or they just for fucking sake just completely get rid of it and bring back normal matchmaking, this is what you're going to see with this tank. It is just still too weak for 357 matchmaking, because you're, like I said, half my games were with tier 9s. So and probably 40%. That one game where I showed you, the very first game, was the only game where we got top tier. Or I got top tier. That was 1 out of 10 that I saw 6s and 7s. So yeah, with that said, you guys have a good night, and thanks for watching.